Hello.
Hi y'all. We're about to start in a few minutes. I'm just waiting for everybody to join.
How about you look so cute today?
Oh, thank you.
Hello.
Hello. We can hear you.
I like
Hi,
that.
We're about to start in a few minutes. I'm just waiting for everybody to join.
Oh,
Wait.
Hey y'all. I was on the phone with my uncle, y'all. I'm sorry. But hey y'all.
so what's up?
Where everybody at?
Yeah.
Ears?
I'm gonna make.
Ears? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna wait for everyone to join. Okay.
How was the birthday?
Oh yeah, happy birthday, Jaisha.
How was
Thank
the birthday?
you. I didn't do nothing.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. As y'all can see, it's right.
So
Thank you, Soror. Yeah, but it's raining outside. I got rained on. Then I had class from 1 to 4:50. So I haven't been able to do nothing. I was gonna try to go somewhere after, but I don't know. It's a little dangerous out there.
1 to 4:50.
Yeah, I was in there putting IVs in this fake arm, right? And I couldn't get it to save my life. I really was finna just quit. But
you did it though.
Yeah, I got it.
Nice.
I'm sorry your birthday turned out to be so rainy. I hope you do something nice for yourself, like eat a cupcake, paint your nails,
No cap. Happy birthday.
whatever you
Jason.
like.
Thank you, A. It's okay. It rains every year on my birthday, so now I'm used to it. Like it rained last year, and then the year before that, a hurricane came, and then the year before that, a hurricane came. So like now I'm used to it.
So you're just a hurricane baby. North Carolina is crazy. I'm from the Midwest. This is crazy.
Yeah, it was just sunny, and then all of a sudden it just started pouring. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was supposed to rain today.
I swear it wasn't supposed to. I swear when I checked the
I
weather.
like when it rains though. I'm not gonna lie, so I'm not even mad at it.
I don't like rain. It make me sad.
I'm not even mad at it.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Tasha.
I have to make sure y'all can hear me. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I'm tired.
Okay. Just to go over Zoom rules. If you want to talk, just put an X in the chat. If you want to like snap at something, I think you just put the backslash thing. And then yeah, just put an X in the chat if you want to talk. And that goes for like motions and seconds and stuff like that too. So, and if you can, please turn your camera on. Okay, I'm about to start. Okay. Okay, I think there's still people joining, so I'm gonna wait a little bit. Okay. I don't see anybody in the waiting room. So okay, so I'm gonna start. So I call this meeting to order at 7:05 p.m. Okay, can I have a roll call from Samaya, please?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Latasha.
Sophomore Senator present.
Jayla.
Sophomore Senator present.
Amber.
Sophomore Senator present.
Alexander Ortiz.
Here, present, Alexander.
Nevaeh Payne. Jessica. Zaire. Leanna. Hillary.
Graduate senator present. I don't know what's wrong with my video, but I'm working on it. Thanks.
All right, Kayla.
Graduate senator present.
Maya. Fatima. Ahmed. Tamia.
Community center present.
Garrick.
Community senator present.
Maisha. Marcel.
Residential senator present.
Grace. Kimberly.
At-large senator present.
Daniel.
At-large senator present.
Charlotte. Jalea. Alex.
I think Jalea and Alexander are coming right now. They just joined.
Okay. All right, I'll mark them present. Mason.
Brian School Senator present.
Fernando.
School of Nursing Center present.
And Alyssa.
Okay, thank you, Samaya. Now we're gonna be moving to the approval of the minutes. Can I get approval of the minutes, please?
Motion to approve the minutes.
Can I get a second, please?
Second.
Okay, thank you. And then can I get an approval of the agenda? I think Mason wanted to add something. Mason?
Motion to amend the agenda to add FB 10101 after the vice presidential debate.
Okay, can I get a second to add that on there?
Second.
Thank you. Okay. So student forum, any student present and wishing to speak may speak at this time. SUA members may respond, but can only bring up new topics during senator forum. Is there any student present that would like to speak? Okay, I don't think there is. Okay, so now we will move on to old business. There's no old business, so now we're gonna move on to new business. So first we have our Vice President Q&A. So our Vice President candidate, Michael Garcia, will be asked a series of questions by the elections chair, Derek. So we're just going to be asking him questions. And then there's also going to be a section where you guys can ask him questions as well. And now I'm going to mute.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm just trying to pull this up, having technical difficulties.
Take your time. Take your time. How's everyone doing tonight? Staying dry? Hope so.
How are you doing, Michael?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. A little nervous since this is my first time, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
My cat just peed on me, so I'm not staying dry, but that's okay.
Oh man, hopefully you get dry.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep.
Tell us about your Tell us about yourself and your experiences.
Yeah, like experiences in general or just like SG concerning SGA?
Both.
Okay. Yeah. So, hi everyone. My name is Michael Garcia. I'm currently the director of academic affairs. I was before last session. I was a commuter senator, and then before that, I was at UNCW, where I also served on their SGA. I was an at-large senator. I was also the director of academic affairs there, funnily enough. And yeah, my experience with SGA, I've been in SGA for like a hot minute. Basically since like high school, I've been in it, even in like elementary school. I think I was fourth grade representative. And so it's sort of always been like a part of my life. And I think it is very much also like a part of my career. I'm a social work major. And so that is sort of like a political profession. And so I think it's been good getting these experiences, getting to meet people, getting to talk to people, and getting to help people through this organization. My experience, just like in general, I've done a lot of like volunteering with volunteering organizations, not just SGA, but just also Key Club and things of that nature. And yeah, I'm excited to bring the experiences that I have with me and apply them, not just from past sessions, but also from the sister institution that I went to, of how we can apply this to our SGA.
Thank you. What is your most proud accomplishment as a student leader?
What is my most, what? I'm sorry, I wasn't able to hear. I think it might be my connection or something.
Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. What is your proudest accomplishments as a student leader?
Ooh. I think my proudest accomplishment as a student leader has just been being able to make an impact on those around me. I've had people like come up to me and be like, hey, like, I remember you from this event, you know, you really like stuck out to me and stuff like that. Or like, just like they had a good experience and I was able to facilitate a good experience for them at like whatever they were at. And so I think the impact that we have on the student body, you know, it might not be like world changing, but like it definitely gets noticed and it gets seen by everyone around us. And so I think that's important. And I felt like really, really proud of that. You know, it wasn't like some big award, but I was just like, wow, like it's really making a difference, even if you might not be able to see it on a grand scale.
Ahmed is going on about how there's not going to be people here. 30 people are in the meeting. That's more than what
you can mute.
Okay, hold on. Okay, and then Derek, you can ask a question.
Okay. What impact would you make if you were elected as a vice president?
If I was elected as a vice president, I would sort of plan to continue Awa's platform. I very much liked it. I believe it was LEAD, if I'm not mistaken. It was to sort of what stuck out to me about, no, not LEAD, sorry, it was LIVE. And so what stuck out to me about her platform was the V and the E, which was vocalize and empower. And vocalize basically bring about like transparency to like SGA and letting people know like what we're up to and what we do and stuff like that. I get a lot of questions of like, so like what does SGA like actually do? So I feel like getting sort of like that information out there for people would be very beneficial for them, as well as like if they want to be a part of it, what things that they can be a part of and what changes they can bring to campus, as well as just like empower. In the field of social work, we're very much about like empowering the people that we work with, sort of like teach a man to fish, if you will. And so connecting people to the resources and things that they can do to bring change themselves is also very helpful, you know, it's just so they don't have to rely on us. We're not some big people coming down being like, hey, like we have knowledge and information that you need from us, but like working together of how we can both come together and bring change. And so that's what I would continue. And that's what I would like to add on to sort of expand onto that platform. sort of like tiny things too. It doesn't have to be like a big grand old thing, but I would love to sort of talk about like what we've been doing. I know that for certain like SGA meetings, the PR team might take a story and they might be like, hey, like we're having SGA meeting at 7, stuff like that. I think maybe adding like what we accomplished like last meeting, what was on the agenda for like last time might be pretty cool. And then just adding that onto a collection of stories onto the Instagram. What some other things I want to do are to also increase like collaboration. I think Awa mentioned in her Q&A that she really wanted to have a lot more events, and I would love that too, as well as collaborating with other organizations for the events. I think that would be a great way not only to get our name out there and to interact with constituents, but also for like networking opportunities and stuff like that for people to meet their representatives.
As a student leader, what's been your hardest moment and how did you overcome it?
As a student leader, what has been my hardest moment and how did I overcome it? I feel like as student, I think we're all student leaders. I think anyone can be a student leader. It just takes like exemplifying the aspects and characteristics of like leadership. And I think that one thing that's really hard about that is sort of like knowing when to say no to things and putting yourself first when it counts. I really try to like do as much as I can and help as many people as I can. But I think it gets to a point where you also have to look after yourself. And so that was probably my hardest moment, sort of like stretching myself too thin. It hasn't just been once, but it happens, it happens from time to time where like you might be stretching yourself out too thin and you have to sort of like regroup because you're not going to be able to help the most amount of people if you're not your best self and if you're not like recharged and things like that. So I'd say that's been probably like the biggest thing for me, finding that balance. Because I'm always trying to do everything that I can.
Okay. Within the role of vice president, you actively work with the Senate. What would you bring to the table for the senators?
Ooh, what would I bring to the table for the senators? I think bring to the table like the aspect of being a senator beforehand. Like I said, I was a commuter senator before. And so just having like that experience. Something that I would really want to have is sort of connecting the executive cabinet, which I'm currently a part of, to like the senators and sort of having them like interact more and just know each other. I know that when I was a senator, I couldn't really name like who was on like the executive cabinet other than like a few people that I actually like interacted with. But I think it would be very beneficial to sort of like merge those not merge those two, but establish a connection between those two, just so people know like who the executive, who serves for what position and who can help me out. I'm trying to get this initiative accomplished. Who do I go to help me out with that? Because again, the executive cabinet is there as a resource for you, for the senators. And so really breaking down that barrier of knowledge would be important to me. And I would be open to like finding out what form would that be of like, oh, we do like it every now and then, like executive cabinet reports, just so they can get like their name out there and like talk about like what they're working on, so that senators can be like, hey, this person is working on something that I'm interested in and I would really like to work with them on it, or like learn more about the position, so that way I in the future can run for that position. It could be a little bit of that, or just that's it.
And final question, what initiatives would you bring to the London first session?
Yeah, some initiatives. So we currently have some initiatives. Currently have some initiatives sort of like in the planning process, in the planning stages. We definitely have a food truck event coming up for Hispanic Heritage Month. We sort of wanted to spotlight a local Latina business and sort of like uplift them, while also talking about like what the month means. If you don't know, it's starting in a few days. Actually, it's from September 15th to October 15th. And so just sort of like getting that word out there. And I would definitely want to talk about like collaborations with other organizations, but specifically, like I just thought about this today. It doesn't have to be like a big thing, but like UNCG Uno Club and SGA, just having like an Uno SGA night, so people can come in casually and like come and play a game with us, and then like meet their representatives, meet their senators, events like that. I would definitely like to partner up with a lot of other also other organizations like BSU and like Hispanic organizations on campus. And yeah, just grow those connections.
Thank you for those answers, Michael. Now I'll turn it over to the Senate to ask a series of questions for the vice president candidate. And you have 5 minutes.
Does anybody have any questions? And if you would like to speak, put an X in the chat.
Don't all go at once now.
Mason.
Yeah, I have a couple questions, but my first one was what outside of your previous positions makes you feel that you're prepared to take on this role?
But outside my previous positions, I think like previous positions in SGA, do you mean?
Yeah, beyond those.
Yeah, so actually in like high school, I was the vice president of the Key Club while also being a part of like our SGA2. And so I sort of have an experience of like leading people. So I know that leading the Senate might be a new sort of like learning curve, but I've had experience like leading groups of people, whether like on volunteer projects, you know, being out there in the field with others and like placing certain people in certain areas to get the jobs done that we need to get done. So I do have like experience leading in that sense. You know, I know it might be a learning curve with like the whole Senate, but I'm willing to put in the work if you guys are willing to bear with me, you know, if we have any bumps in the road.
Okay, thank you, Michael. Does anybody else have any more questions? Okay. Seeing that there is none, thank you so much for the Vice President Q&A. Thank you, Michael, and good luck. And now we're going to be moving to the finance bill, and I'm going to turn it over to Mason. Mason, do you want me to share it on the screen since you're driving? Or
Yeah, you can share it on the screen. If somebody is willing to read it for me, that would be great. I can definitely talk about it though.
I can't read it because can a senator read it for Mason? It is on the screen. Okay. Hold on.
I can read it.
Okay, thank you, Hillary.
Okay. Okay. So section 1, the Student Senate of UNC Greensboro Student Government Association adopts the following bill. Whereas the Finance Committee of the Student Senate of UNCG Greensboro Student Government Association has conducted allocation hearings for the fall of the 2023 semester, and whereas the Finance Committee has assessed and deliberated each student organization's budget request in order to create a finalized budget, whereas the standard operating procedures state in Article 4, Section B, the committee shall generate allocation legislation for consideration by the Senate. Therefore be it enacted, the fall 2023 allocations budget shall be as follows. And then there's a link.
And then Mason, do you just want to explain what this means and like why you're writing the bill?
Yeah, so I have to write the bill. You can see that Finance Committee has sponsored it. One of our things is that the Finance Committee themselves has to pass it and send it to Senate with a favorable review, which they have. They have all signed off on it, and most all of them are sponsors. Our treasurer is a signatory. And in SGA, when it comes to sending out money like this, we have to get it passed by Senate. Therefore, we have to write up a piece of the link. I can talk through the budget itself.
Okay, I'll click on that. And also, just so that y'all can be aware, and once this passes, the student groups that have signed up for allocations, they will be able to get their allocations. So it's really important for us to pass this through so that we can get this to the student groups as quickly as possible. But yeah.
Hopefully this works. I set it to open to anyone with the link.
Okay, I think it worked.
All right, so yeah, here, one of the biggest changes from last year is that the discretion.
Wait, Mason, you cut out a little bit.
What did y'all last hear?
You said the biggest change for the finance allocations was, and then it cut out.
Okay, so the biggest change is that the rate at which we fund at is under my discretion. So you can see that I've mostly kept it the same. Now there are a couple, I think if they were under $115, they're being allocated at 100% because we had a larger skip from 114.90 to 149.22. So the rate at which the 149 person is being allocated at, they're still getting more money than the 114 person. And then I went through and kind of cleaned up. So when you are in between the areas, some of your ones are being allocated less because they just happen to be on the other side of that quartile. So it's not fair. It's not fair that because you're $2 more than the other one that you're being allocated 20% less. So I cleaned that up and you can see there. Now there's some of them that went to zero and that's because they missed their hearing. Another one does not have a number and I made a comment there and it said that what they put on their budget, we couldn't fund. I'm gonna advise them to fill out the travel allocation because that's what their request would be funded through. Are there any questions?
Wait, I have to move into a series of Q&A and then discussion. But for the most part, the legislation is to just allocate to all the student groups, and based on what they put, they either get like some of that. But what we would like to do is we want to fast track this legislation. So what fast tracking means is that instead of reading it one time and then we come back next week and we read it again, we would read it both times and vote on it today rather than next week because we want to again get the money out as soon as possible. So I would also like to entertain a motion to fast track this legislation so that way instead of one reading we can do the 2 readings and then also get this approved by today if it passes. Would anybody like to do that motion?
Can I make motions as the author?
No. Amber.
Motion to fast track.
Okay, can I have a second?
Second.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so now what we're going to do is that we're going to, Mason, you can either choose to view this piece as read, or you could read it again if you want, but.
I will request someone make a motion to view as read, as well as a motion to move on previous question and answer.
Okay. Can anybody please do that?
Motion to view as read.
Okay, and then also, I would entertain a motion to move to question and answer.
Okay, also motion to move to question.
Could I get a second, please?
Second.
Okay. So now we are going to move into question and answer. So if you have a question regarding this piece, this will be for 5 minutes. Does anybody have a question? If you do, put an X in the chat. Seeing that there is none, I would entertain a motion to move into discussion.
Motion to move into discussion.
Can I get a second, please?
Second.
Okay, so now we're gonna move into discussion. So if you have anything to say about the piece, you could, there's gonna be a period of 5 minutes. And if there's no one that does have anything to say, we can move into voting. And someone would have to make a motion to move into voting. Oh, to end the period of discussion and move into voting.
Motion to end the period of discussion and move into voting.
Okay, can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, and then if you guys don't understand what we just did, basically we're about to vote on this piece of legislation, and so we don't have to do 2 readings for this piece, but so I'm going to send you guys all a link, and if you could please complete that, and then Abram will say how many people voted and whether or not this piece passes, but we will send out that link right now. If you didn't get the email, let me know, and I'll see. But everybody should have gotten it.
Y'all, the horses are back in the pasture.
Mason, you were cutting out.
Let's come out home. Oh dear Lord.
Wait. If everyone has voted, let me know whenever y'all are finished.
I have 19 responses so far.
Okay. And if you haven't voted yet and you need some time, just put like a 1 in the chat or something.
When it starts.
Okay. Has everybody voted? I'm assuming by the silence. Yes. Okay. So now, Aram, you can say the results.
With the vote of 20 to 0, allocations are approved, I guess.
Okay, congratulations. Thank you so much for writing this and doing the allocations process. And then we will, I guess the next step is giving the allocations to student groups, but thank you so much. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna move on to council reports. Okay, so this is my information. Yeah, you can email me. What have I been up to? I had my first ASU meeting at FSU with Kaylin, also Ren and Jalen. We got to meet different schools, meet with different student body presidents across the UNC system. It's very fun. I had my people were doing campaigning periods, and that began on Sunday. I think it ends this week as well. So I've been seeing that a lot of people are running this election. I think we're gonna have a full Senate. So that's exciting. I also have been having work plus classes. I had a meeting with Dr. Akins. That was very good. We were supposed to have our exec council meeting today. And then I had a meeting with Tasha, Mamadou, Michael, and Grace. We basically talked about mental health initiatives, planning Hispanic Heritage Month, and then also as well as doing a suicide awareness tabling. So we're working on that. And we will be sending more information on that in regards to like if you want to participate in events and help out on it. And then whenever you guys have your committee meetings in like a week or so, that will be there. Next week, we are also going to be swearing in new senators and also the new vice president. So that will also be a change there as well. But I will get more details about that once the agenda is sent out for next week. And yeah, my computer. And then what's coming up? So I have a meeting with Dr. Hamilton regarding the academic calendar. I had if you're invited to the student leader with chancellor dinner, that's coming up as well. I have ALC in DC. It's an annual legislative conference I'm going to. And then President Harris is going to A&T this week. She should be coming on Friday. That should be fun. If you did sign up, I think the sign up ended this Friday. It was sent out on the group me, but if you did sign up, you should probably hear back soon. I did reach out to the A&T president to see what's going on with that. So if you haven't heard back from the clearance thing yet, we're waiting. But yeah. And then I have a meeting for mental health and Hispanic Heritage Month. Hopefully we'll be collaborating with OLSI. OLSI has a lot of things during that month for Hispanic Heritage Month that they already have planned. So we hope to work with the SGADI committee chair and also the current concerns chair to work with that to try to get those events out there, and as well have the mental health tabling next week. Also, and then we have an OLSI meeting with Aisha. So we're also going to be trying to work on voter registration and what we can do. And then, yeah, also happy birthday to Jaisha and happy late birthday to Mama as well. And then Attorney General, pass it over to Manny.
Are you gonna mute yourself or can they hear me?
Can y'all hear Manny? Oh.
Okay, perfect. Hi, everyone. Hello. So again, my office hours, same thing. Everything's still the same there. So what I've been up to, I signed up for the Silver Leadership Challenge. My coach will be Marisa from OLSI. Yes. And then the other thing, there have been plenty of birthdays. You already know everyone is born but between the past 2 weeks, they've been like 5 birthdays. And then I had a meeting with OSSR, or Office of Student Rights and Responsibilities. Then my picnic with my students, it went really well. We were there for 2.5 hours. And then meeting with my pals, that was pretty fun. I got to hear them out and they were pretty cool people. So what I have coming up, it's All Greek to Me. That's happening tomorrow, where all the Greeks are coming out to College Ave to table. And then we got the Greek Leadership Challenge as well the following weekend, or this upcoming weekend as well. On Saturday, we got to be up really early. Yay. And then more birthdays. You know, everyone's still not born yet. And then I'm going to an event tomorrow called Democracy in Crisis. Is this event hosted by a professor in the poli-sci program, and that's really exciting. And then the other last thing is the SOS application will be opening soon. So if you know or have friends who are interested in becoming an SOS, definitely let them know. It's going to be opening up soon. But yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Manny. Now we're going to be moving on to Senator Forum. So if any senator would wish to speak, they have up to 2 minutes at this time on this matter pertaining to SJ. Okay, seeing that, let me check the chat. Okay, Mason.
I just wanted to come out and say a big thank you to Finance Committee. I know Tamia and Amber were a big help to me and Noah, and I can't thank y'all enough for the help, especially with this weekend and me not being able to be there. It definitely helped having those notes when it came to putting together the decisions.
Okay, thank you. And shout out to the Finance Committee for real. That, yeah. And then does anybody else have anything to say that's a senator? Okay. Now we're going to be moving on to announcements. So any member of SGA may speak up to 2 minutes at this time with any announcements that they may have. Does anybody have any announcements? Kaylin?
Let me know if y'all can hear me because I'm in the parking garage and y'all know how we can get.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, so I see there was some confusion and mix up with the photo shoots today. And so obviously it was raining and then we got the times mixed up. So that's all, yeah, that had to get kind of canceled today. And so on Thursday, the photo shoots are just for legislative board, executive cabinet, and executive council. Now I will be sending out an email probably tomorrow or Thursday with the headshot photos, which is for everybody. So don't fear, everyone get their chance to have their photos, but this is just a special project that I wanted to do with Ledge and Exec. And so if you're unable to do your photo shoot on Thursday from 4 to 6 or in between any of those times, don't worry. Hold on, this car is passing by. Sorry. Don't worry. You'll be able to also do it during all the headshots for everyone. So if you don't get that in Thursday, you can get it in. I'm pretty sure I'll have those dates for either next week or the week after that, and I'll send those out.
Okay. Thank you, Kaylin. Does anybody else have any more announcements? Tasha?
Oh, I just wanted to say, please make sure you guys are signing up for the tabling event for Suicide Awareness Month that we have coming up, which is on the 21st, I believe. So yeah, I sent that link out already. If you don't have the link or you need it or need to resend it out, then I can do so. Just let me know.
And then I'm also gonna say for the tabling event, just so y'all have more information. Basically, we're going to be handing out different things regarding suicide awareness. We're gonna also be handing out things that the counseling center will give us. We'll try to get somebody from the counseling center as a representative, but they're also very understaffed. So we'll also be giving away air tags to 2 people, I think. If they fill out our survey, we're gonna have a mental health survey as well on there. But there will be more information in the chat and also with your committee chairs, I think Grace and Tasha. We're planning on meeting on Fridays, so we'll have more information for y'all regarding that and the tabling events. But yeah. Does anybody else have any announcements? Okay. Seeing that there's none, I'm going to move on to roll call for Samaya. It's fine.
Oh, sorry, I was on mute. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, Tasha,
Sophomore Senator present.
Jayla,
Sophomore Senator present.
Amber,
Sophomore senator present.
Alexander,
Junior Senator present.
Nevaeh, Jessica,
Senior Senator present.
Zaire, Leanna, Hillary,
Graduate Senator present.
Kayla,
Graduate Senator present.
Maya,
Commuter Senator present.
Fatima, Ahmed, Tamia,
Commuter Senator present.
Derek, Maisha,
Residential Senator present.
Marcel,
Residential Senator present.
Grace,
At-large Senator present.
Kimberly,
At-large Senator present.
Daniel,
At-large Senator present.
Charlotte,
At-large Senator present.
Julia, Alex,
Student Org Senator present.
Mason,
Brian School Senator present.
Fernando,
School of Nursing Senator present.
and Alyssa.
Okay. Thank you, Samaya. Okay, so I joined this meeting at 7:50 p.m. Thank y'all so much for all of this, and I hope that y'all have the great rest of your day and stay safe.